What's going on, people? Welcome to the live stream. I know it's kind of a surprise. Happy Friday, depending on where you are. Hey, what's up? Viva Calor. What's going on? Joy, what's going on? My beautiful peoples, welcome to the stream. It is my first stream on a Friday in a very, very long time. Very long time. But guess what? I found some stuff that I wanted to share and talk about, and I'm a little excited about this. So, I hope you guys are having a very, very good Friday. You see what I did there? Friday. So I hope you guys are having a good Friday. I'm having a good one. A little tired today for some strange reason. I've been a little well, you know what, people? It's not a strange reason. I have not been sleeping. And I keep telling you that the greatest journey, the most effective thing in weight loss and health is rest. You got to sleep. And I've just not been sleeping, people. And I know why I've not been sleeping, because I've been doing a lot of surfing and stuff, which is not good, I think, too much. So I constantly have the phone like this right in my face, even when I'm in the bed. So as of tonight, I go back to reading before I go to bed, because that's what works for me. How is everybody this Friday? What's going on with you all? How is everybody doing? What you been doing with yourselves? Talk to me. What's going on? So listen, I've discovered some really interesting stuff that blows my mind. I've been, for the first time, doing a little research on conspiracy theories. First of all, I did not realize that there were so many conspiracy theories. People, there are so many conspiracy theories. Words cannot begin to decipher how many of these sometimes absolutely insane theories there are. And you know what? They've been going on for a very long time. I think social media and these platforms have grown them. But I wanted to discuss 5 of the craziest conspiracy theories. Now, understand, I'm not throwing shade. I'm not saying that the people who believe this are crazy, but I'm saying that there's some really, really interesting stuff out there that just fascinated me, and I wanted to you guys might be aware of some of this, but for me, this is like a completely new experience, like a whole new world. It's like the world is opening up to me, and I'm just freaking out because I'm like, who's coming up with this stuff? So I did some research and I found out where some of the stuff is coming from. I'm not going to get into that. And I just, you know what? I want to do this stream because it is so... Human beings, we are AAs. What's going on? We as human beings, we are amazingly creative and imaginative. We can imagine anything, any scenario. And I have a theory, right? I mean, I'm no scientist, I'm no psychiatrist, I'm not the brightest person in the room here. I'm not, Jamaicans would say I'm not the brightest candle in the wick. I don't know if you all know that from where you're coming from, AAs. What's going on with you? But some of these theories are crazy. I'm sorry. Some of them are literally crazy. And I'm trying to, hey, what's up, Nelcourt? And I'm trying to understand, what kind of mindset do you have to be in for you to believe this stuff? Like what? Some of the stuff I get it. Some of the stuff I can actually understand why your brain would go in that direction, why you would think that that's a possibility. I get that. You know what I'm saying? White Ford blog, what's going on? But I'm being honest, some of this stuff is insane, but some of the stuff I get. Dre, bro? It has been ages. You know what? I left a message with your queen today, and I said to her, I keep missing her lives. Because I'm kind of back now, so I'm watching the stuff. White Freud, I enjoyed your live stream yesterday. I'm going to be back to many more. Ace, I am waiting on my gift. Woohoo! Joy, my sister. What's up, Joy? Now So people, this thing blew my mind because since this COVID thing, right? I've been hearing some crazy stuff. I've heard some stuff that I'm like, come on, no one in their right mind is going to believe this stuff. So the last couple of weeks I've been doing, I have a series of videos out that are doing okay, that look at people like called 1876 Top 5, where I just look at top 5 stuff. So I've been doing a lot of research, and the last couple of days I started to look at conspiracy theories. And as I said, I didn't realize that there were so many of these things. Like I was absolutely blown away that there were. Nadira, what's going on? Dre says Black Light, she should be on tomorrow for. Okay, that's good. I'm looking forward to that because I don't know if this is happening to some of you, but I am not getting some of my like I always watch certain people. I kind of went through a thing where I was dealing with some grief, and I've just not been getting Ace. I've just not been getting their notifications anymore. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so I started to do some research on some of these conspiracy theories because, I mean, there's so many people, there are so many conspiracy theories. Your minds will be blown. There's so many, it is insane. But the thing is, some of the conspiracy theories are just outright nuts. They're nuts. I cannot see how anyone could come up with the idea and or believe in the idea. But like I said, you know me, I believe people have a right to their own thoughts and their own ideas. And, I do everything from a place of love. But there are some theories that if you listen to them enough, you just might start believing them. There are some theories, I kind of get it. My personal theory is that, I'm starting my own conspiracy theory now, right? My personal theory is that what's happening, Derek C. Williams, bro. Thank you for sharing me out, my brother. It's been a while, man. Love you. The positive pushes in the building. What's up? So my kind of theory is that I think when things happen that we as human beings have no control over, like, when something happens that we can't control, like we're like, okay, how did this happen? What, like this COVID thing, which is just insane. I think one of the things we do is we come up with ideas that explains them to us in a way that we can digest. So the killing of JFK, for instance, or the death of Princess Diana, or any of these things. My theory is that generally what's happening is that something has happened that has hit the cycle. Like when we lost Kobe Bryant, God rest his soul, and his daughter. And the truth is, I was very sad for the brother. But I was much more jolted by the loss of his amazing little girl. I mean, I have daughters. I mean, I've children. So, that hurt. So my theory is that one of the reasons why we have all these theories, okay, is it's a way of giving us control over the situation that we have no. Mr. Fulton! Bruh! How you doing? Hello, Peter. I have some big announcement next Tuesday, December the 22nd at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm interviewing country music singer Garth Brooks. Mr. Fulton, Garth Brooks is like my favorite country music singer ever. Like, seriously. So if he's going to be there, I'm going to be there. I don't care. I am going to be there. That's a huge deal. That's a huge, huge deal. Garth Brooks. People, man. If y'all don't know Garth Brooks' music, you need to go find some of his music. Listen, trust me, Garth Brooks is the boss. Anyway, I'm going to get distracted. You all know what I'm like when I get distracted. So my theory is we come up with these theories, these conspiracy theories, because we're in a situation that A, we're either in shock about, B, we have no control over, so we don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. So, my saying to you, hey guys, there's suddenly this thing that we can't hug and touch, and you can't see, but it kills you. Instinct mode, late to the party, but greetings to the light. My brother from another mother, you are never late. You are here when the universe wants you here, my brother. It is a wonderful thing to see you here, Derek C. Williams. It's all good. It's all good. So that's it. I kind of think that a lot of the Lisa, people, please say hello to Lisa. She's a new Awesome Tribe member. Welcome, Lisa D. How you doing? Everybody, please show Lisa D some love. This is Awesome Tribe, Lisa D. So my thing is, we come up with these theories because we need to be in control. Now, I do believe that some of the conspiracy theories is based in some amount of fact. In other words, there are some theories out there that I can see logically where it could have come from, why there could even be some amount of truth to it. You get what I'm saying? So I wanted to do the stream. It's not what I would normally do because I was people, like I said, I just got caught up to all of this like in the last week. Because I didn't realize that, for instance, I didn't know that there was a theory that Princess Di had been, I don't want to use that word, had been removed from this plane by the royal family. And I was like, what? Why would anyone think that? And then I started to read and I was like, oh, okay, I can understand why people might want to think that. Okay? Derek said there is a confirmed memo showing how the CIA originated the term conspiracy theory to disparage persons who question government and things they do. We're going to get to that, Derek C. Williams. We're going to get to it, bro. We're going to get to it. Like I said, some of the theories are just utterly insane. They make no sense. They have no, to me, this is just my humble opinion, they have no basis in reality. But some of the theories I can also see where the thread of truth may be and why some people may have taken it to the next level. But I wanted to look at, before I even get into the top 5 craziest theories. And I'm going to say this again, disclaimer, people. I have no problems with what people want to believe. I have no problems as long as what you believe is not destructive to other persons, as long as you are not perpetuating hate, animosity, resentment, because even some of those are conspiracy theories. But I do believe that we, just as much as a person who come up with these theories, it should be okay for me to say, okay, all right, where did this come from? Who came up with this idea? However, and I'm going to say it again because Derek C. Williams, the boss, said it. I do believe that some of these theories have a thread of truth. I bring up my children and I encourage people to question everything. Now, the reason for that is I think it is imperative. One of our great gifts as human beings is our capacity to think and reason, right? We can think. Well, we are sure about that we can, reason. I also think that we should not always simply be like sheep, just follow. So if the authorities say go right, you just go right. I think you should be able to say to the authorities, why are we going right? Okay, what is in this, how is this going to help us? Is this a correct solution to you get what I'm trying to say to you? That's my opinion. But I do think, guys, that some of these theories that I've come across are a little out there. Okay? They're a little out there. So, again, disclaimer, I'm not the brightest candle in the wick. These are the things that just blew my mind because I literally got into this thing like 8 or 9 days ago. 8 or 9 days ago, I started to read about all these things that I was completely unaware of. I felt like I had lost my mental virginity like all over again. Like I just felt like I was totally out of the loop. But the truth is, Derek C. Williams has touched a major chord in this process. You know what it is, people? A lot of this comes from people distrusting the authority in their country. So they're either distrusting the government, the educational system, and this often happens because of things that has been actually done. So there was a thing that had happened where a group of people of African descent, for instance, were used as guinea pigs. They gave them a particular venereal disease and gave them for many years without their knowledge of it. So what I'm saying is the distrust sometimes of authority is reasonable, and I understand why a lot of the theories come about. So I am not here to say every single conspiracy theory is crazy. Case in point, everyone is saying to me, I'm not going to take the vaccine. I'm saying, yeah, y'all keep saying that now, but I'll see what effects it has on people first. Because the truth is, every single person in the Western world, as far as I know, has at least 8 or 9 vaccines in them. Any one of us has been born in the last 50 to 60 years. From we were born, within the first couple of hours of being born, we have been vaccinated. So that's just one of what I'm saying, but I get it. I understand the skepticism because in the past, things have been done that has hurt us and hurt human beings in general, right? So disclaimer, positive filters. Okay. So my first, the first on my list for really out there theories, and I was a little bit more organized today. Like on my list, this is my first. And you can understand, you can tell me what you think. It's fine. We're communicating. I mean, me, I'm not a dictator. We're just talking here. We're family. And family should be able to communicate in a way that we're all comfortable. And that's why I said I get some of the theories. So the first one that freaks me out is the flat earth theory. All right. Now, listen. Even as a child, I kind of figured the earth was round. It was kind of obvious that the earth is without a doubt round. I mean, you don't need science. You don't really need any no one has to sort of the truth is up to 3, 4, 5,000 years ago, people knew the earth was round. The thing about the earth being flat came around the Dark Ages. It came out of Europe. All right. When, I don't know, I guess people just, all the information from before, they sort of lost it. My personal opinion is that I cannot understand how anyone who is sane would actually think that the world is flat. I mean, if you stand on a hill, if you stand anywhere, if you stand on the beach and you look out to the ocean, right? When a ship is leaving, when it's going away from you into the ocean, you're standing on the beach. Or you're standing on the horizon, or you're standing on a hill, but the ship is leaving. What happens is the ship, right, does this. Literally, the ship doesn't just get smaller like that, right? Because if it was a flat Earth, in other words, you'd be going straight. Follow me. The ship, if it was flat, it means that you'd still be seeing the ship in all its dimensions. Like there's nothing that could change that. All the dimensions would actually just be there. But because the earth is round, you start seeing the bow of the boat first. So in other words, because it's round, because the boat is doing this as it goes away from you, it's getting smaller, but you're not seeing the entire ship. You get me? I mean, this is kind of common sense. I'm like, huh? So I did some research on this, right? And I'm like, okay, I get it. But no, people, I don't get it. I do not understand why anyone would ever believe that the earth was flat. It's just impossible. Come on, people. If you ever been on a plane, come on. There is no way the earth could be flat. That freaked me out because I really was not aware that anyone thought that the earth was flat. But there are actually thousands of human beings who think the earth is flat. And this is one of those conspiracy theories that I learned about recently that just blew my mind, right? I mean, this blew my mind. I don't know if you guys even know about this conspiracy that there are thousands of human beings across the globe who are convinced that the world is flat. And I just kept saying, but how? None of that makes sense. If you've ever been on this, like I said, if you just stand on a beach and see the boat leaving your vision, going away from you, and you literally see the boat going over the horizon, I'm like, that one actually blew me away. I would love to hear your thoughts. Hey Tony, what's going on? But does anyone have any thoughts on it? Because this one, when I first heard that, I'm not kidding you, that blew me. I was like, what? Why would anyone believe that? Because it's kind of obvious, it's kind of like you can just see it. It can't be flat. And like I said, I purposefully said, to me, top 5 craziest conspiracy theories, because I'm going to repeat, there are conspiracy theories that I've come across that I see the logic. I may not agree with them, but I get it. I get the skepticism. I understand why people would have come up with it. And even some of these on the top 5 list, even some of these, I can see in some respects why you would have come up with it. But the flat earth one, for me, like, that's number 5 for me. That's just, and I'm going from 5 to 1. That makes no sense, because it's obvious. Sorry guys, to me it's kind of blatantly obvious. The world cannot be flat. It is impossible. If you've even just driving and looking at the horizon, if you've seen the sun set or rise, there is, I really, because I don't want to go into the origin of this thing, and I don't want to get into all of that. I have the information, but I really don't get into that, right? But that really blew me away. That one, I was like, wow, now understand this. I'm not saying the people who believe this are foolish or crazy. I'm saying, for me, logically, I can't see where this theory could have come from. Or even if it came about, because the guy, he made a lot of money from this. Even if it came about, I can't see how it would have been supported. I can't see how, like, there's approximately 100,000 people across the earth who believe in the flat earth theory. They believe unequivocally that the world is flat. And like I said, for me, this one, like, this blew my mind, because for me, I was like, okay, I didn't see that. I couldn't see it. I can see a couple of the others, but this one, just I can't see it. I can't see any logic to this one, my brothers and sisters. Now, I know this is not what I would normally do, but like I said, I was so blown away in the last week by these things that I said, you know what? I'm just going to come up here and we talk about, if you guys want to, feel free to express yourselves. And the truth is, if you believe this stuff, please defend your theory. I have no problems with that. But I'm just speaking from my own ignorance. I'm just saying, I cannot see how anyone could think the world is flat. Like, I can't see that. I can't see. I would rather believe in the hollow earth theory, which is also, but that makes more sense to me. The flat earth thing, my brothers and sisters, I don't understand it. Now, here's the thing, though, about me and conspiracy theories. I think it's kind of cool that we can use our mind to come up with these amazing stuff, because to really think that the earth is flat and like really believe that, that's an amazing thing within itself. That's almost like a power. That's like a strength. That's remarkable. Anyone want to comment on that? Any of you guys want to comment on that before I get to number 4? Because that really, I don't know, guys. That might have been the one that I read about that I kind of said, I don't understand how anyone could believe the world is flat. Like, that one kind of blew me away. The others didn't, but like I said, some of the conspiracy theories I have heard, I get it. I understand why someone would say you know what? I'm going to wait and see how this vaccine thing works out before I take it. I get that. That was common sense to me. So I get that. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But that blew me away. Because if the earth is not flat, then it means that all those pictures that we've seen from space would have had to be staged. We're talking about trillions of pictures, trillions of videos, trillions of images. I mean, who's going to spend all that money? That's a lot of money, people. Anyway, let me move on to, let me just move on. Let me move on because that one blew me away. Now, there's another one. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's called the Ancient Astronaut Theory. Any guys have ever heard of any of you ever heard of that? The Ancient Astronaut Theory. Any of you ever heard of that? That's a really, really interesting one. Hey, Vivette, what's going on? Yeah, so for me, number 4 is what we call the Ancient Astronaut Theory. Now, the premise of the Ancient Astronaut Theory is very, very straightforward. They believe that what happened is many, many years ago, meaning thousands, if not even. Okay, the fundamental idea is this. There was a group of gods called the Anunnaki. Casper, to y'all, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. There's a group of people called the Anunnaki who were supposed to be gods who were worshipped by the people in Mesopotamia. This is thousands of years ago. Now, the theory is these people were not gods. They were aliens who came to planet Earth and they were mining gold. I want you to follow what I'm saying. The theory is these were the Ancient Astronaut Theory. The fundamental idea of it is that these people were not gods. They were aliens. So they were aliens who came to Earth many, many thousands of years ago. And they came because where they're from, something had damaged their atmosphere. And in damaging the atmosphere, they realized that the only thing that could fix the atmosphere, yes, Derek C. Williams. But I'm breaking down the basic concept of it. So the idea is these people came, and because they needed, human beings were not advanced enough yet. So they manipulated our DNA. We were still apes. So they manipulated our DNA. We evolved much faster, and then they used us to mine the gold. The gold, they needed the gold to repair the atmosphere around their planet. So that's the fundamental idea. In coming to Earth, they taught mankind how to read, how to write. They gave us technology. So the fundamental idea of the Ancient Astronaut Theory is that these people who they call the Anunnakis, or they say the Bible called them fallen angels or whatever, they are not spiritual beings. They're flesh and blood beings who came to Earth to mine gold before we evolved in what we are now. And they manipulated our DNA. They taught us writing skills, etc., etc., etc. That's the fundamental of the Ancient Astronaut Theory. Now, here's the thing. As crazy as that sounds, I get it. I kind of get why someone would come up with that, because I know some of you here in the stream, you probably believe in aliens. Technically, we know that scientifically aliens must exist. If there are really trillions of planets in the universe, the universes, the galaxies, then there has to be, unequivocally, ancient aliens. They have to be aliens, right? My problem with this now, I'm going to be straight up. I love you guys, but we got to talk, is that the ancient aliens, follow me, seem to have only assisted. Okay. Now, I want you to understand, guys, I'm not in any way, shape, or form prejudiced in any way, shape, or form. But I'm just telling you what I'm reading from the theory, right? Okay, Joy. We won't get into that one, Joy. That's a whole other place to get to. But I respect what you're saying, and I get it. And Derek looks like he's read a lot about this stuff, so he seems to know what he's talking about. But my question about the Ancient Astronaut Theory now is this, right? This means that nothing that human beings created, we actually created. In other words, we created nothing. This was given to us. And I have a problem with those theories. Like I don't get that. I don't see why I think we were capable of building the pyramids. I don't think it was impossible. I think maybe we just like how everybody knew 5,000 years ago the earth was round, and then for some strange reason in Europe in particular during the Dark Ages, people just thought they lost all that information, all that knowledge. They just thought, the world. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Yeah. So for me, I kind of understand where that came from. Like, I kind of get why we would think that. I kind of get where that would have come from. I kind of get why that idea would have taken hold. I kind of get it. I get why. Because I've seen things in the sky that I cannot explain, people. Like, I've seen stuff that I can't explain. I don't know about you, but I have had the experience of seeing stuff in the sky, and I'm saying, what is that? And I can't explain it, and I've been told it's Mars or Venus, and it's not Mars or Venus. I'm not sure what I was looking at, but I don't think it was Mars or Venus, right? So I kind of believe I'm kind of like on the edge with this one. But my primary problem with this is that this would mean that nothing that we have ever accomplished as human beings, we did it. Like, we're just dumb, and these gods had to teach us everything. And I kind of reject that belief. I can't believe that theory. Even what Derek C. Williams, which is another part of the belief of ancient astronaut theory, which is that human beings, they seeded the earth with us, basically. Because there's also another theory, a scientific theory, by the way, that believes that life came to Earth on an asteroid. Like it came from maybe Mars or something, and that's how it came to Earth. That's another theory. But like I said, we can keep going on about these theories. So for me, my problem, I'm not saying it's an impossibility, but my problem with the ancient astronaut theory is it would mean that human beings are just dumb and nothing could be credited to us. And I think that we are not dumb. I think that we're capable of doing many things. Derek says the pyramids are a testament to extreme intelligence. They've outlasted civilizations, but I'm equivocal on plant seeding. Well, like I said, Derek C. Williams, there is a scientific belief in planet seeding. That's actually there are scientists who believe that life came from beyond Earth. So I really think that's a high possibility. And I'm going to be honest with all of you people. There's stuff I've seen that I cannot explain. Me personally, I have had experiences with objects that I personally, and I've never drank alcohol, I've never smoked anything from I was born, I've never taken any kind of drug. You guys saw what happened to me the other day when I took too much painkillers. It messed me up for a week. So I've never done any drugs. So there's stuff I've seen that I can never explain. So I believe that there is a high possibility that there's some other stuff happening that we are not aware of. He says, do you think we have been on the moon? A base on the moon? That's another theory that I have heard too. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you, Ace. No, I don't. I'm going to tell you why. Human beings cannot keep a secret. We are incapable of that act. A lot of the problem that I have with some of these theories is that it would mean that millions of people would be keeping a secret, and human beings are incapable of that. They are incapable of it. We human beings, we chat a lot, Ace. We talk our business a lot. Someone by this point, many persons, if we had a base on the moon, would have given it up. I don't think any government on the planet would have that kind of control over human beings. I mean, they can't. I mean, even in my lifetime, every government that I've come across in the U.S. or in Canada or even in China, people leak stuff from in the government. Human beings talk a lot. I do not believe in the moon-based thing. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying it's impossible, but the truth is we chat A lot. We really talk a lot, my brothers and sisters. We are incapable of keeping a secret. Even if we want to, we can't. We eventually confess, say something, tell the wife, tell the girlfriend, tell the lover. We so I mean, and that's to me, for me, where a lot of these theories don't make sense. Because I mean, Ace, think about how many people. First of all, to build a base on the moon, I'm not sure how you would hide that. And if you did build a base on the moon, let's say, because I know many governments are power hungry, you don't think they'd be telling the world that they built a base on the moon? And even if they wanted to keep it secret, you really don't think, like, think about this seriously. To build a base on the moon, it would mean thousands of people would have had to be involved, right? We would have seen the rockets going up there because there's really no way to hide that. And let us say they were able to do it and hide it from us. Somebody would be disgruntled. Someone would be pissed off. Someone would say it. We chat a lot. Derek says. On the other hand, we can't assume that we are the only beings in the cosmos. Derek, we are not. I do not believe that we are the only living intelligent creatures. I do not. I agree with you. And like I said, I've seen stuff that I can't explain. I'm not saying that's what I saw, but I honestly think, my brothers and sisters, that there's life elsewhere. There's no doubt in my mind. But to answer your question, Ace, human beings can't keep a secret. I mean, we can't keep a secret. Like a simple stuff. Emily, the wanted one. Hey, Emily, how you doing? We are good. We are discussing conspiracy theories. How are you, Emily? Happy Friday. This is something new to the channel. We've never done this before, so forgive us if we flounder a little bit. But Ace, no, I do not believe we have a base on the moon. However, I can understand why someone would believe that we do. Because the other part of the problem is that governments hide a lot of stuff from us. Not just governments. I mean, private companies hide a lot of stuff from us. Human beings hide a lot of stuff from each other. But I just think for that conspiracy theory to make sense, Ace, it's okay. It's no problem, Ace. For that conspiracy theory to exist, it would mean that hundreds of thousands of people would have to have kept that secret, and human beings cannot keep a secret for 5 seconds. You know, they want to rule. Joyce says they want to rule out the existence of a creator, Almighty God. So they formulate all kinds of theories. I never even thought about that, but that's also a pretty good one. Sid, what's going on, bro? That's cool. That's actually a really interesting way to look at this. Derek says another famous conspiracy is the one moon landing itself was staged. If true, no moon bases. Yeah, I've heard that too, but that also makes no sense. No government is going to spend that much money. Too much money was spent, Derek. It made no sense. I believe we went to the moon. I think the science backs that up. My problem with a lot of these conspiracy theories, I mean, we're just at number 2 now. We have 3 more to go. My problem, I'm going to be honest with my family, is this. Human beings chat. We cannot keep a secret. The present president of the United States, what's his name? Mr. Trump, President Trump. Since I've been watching, because that's the first, I mean, you know, that whole thing was kind of entertaining. I don't mean it in a disrespectful way, but I think the whole world was watching. And the people that worked with him kept chatting his business, which is terrible. Human beings cannot help themselves. So that's my primary problem with a lot of these conspiracy theories, is that who is going to be keeping these secrets? Consider this. If we stage the moon landing, think about this. It would mean that you'd need a production crew. You'd need to build a set. I mean, I'm an actor, film actor. Production crew, film set, script writers, grip, lighting crew. You'd need so many things then. So you're looking at least, like, minimum right there. You're looking at least maybe 200-300 people in one place just to shoot this, just to shoot that conspiracy moon landing. Just think about it. Those 300 people may have spread friends, spouse, lovers. Now, up to 300, we know that there's going to be even 5% will have shared this with their spouses or their lovers or their friends. It would be really difficult to pull that off. I just think, guys, human beings chat a lot. And I mean, that's my primary problem with many of these conspiracy theories that, I mean, of course, you know, Derek says another famous conspiracy. Okay, the moon landing. Yes. So I'm not saying Derek is wrong. I'm just saying, me personally, I don't see how they would have been able to pull that off. I think they could have shot the moon landing, but I also don't think we had the technology to have done it at that point. But even if they did do it at that point, and we did have, okay, no problem, Joy. No problem, Joy. It's all good. But like I said, I mean, this is not going to be normal, people, for a stream. But I was just so blown away by these theories that I knew nothing about. I mean, people, I felt like a moron. I felt like I was an idiot because I knew nothing about these theories. I'd never heard of these things. Like maybe 1 and 2. Like we're gonna get to that number 3, but I just, you know, but I do believe, and Derek, let me say this, I do believe our governments lied to us about a whole lot of crap. I really believe this. And I think that's where a lot of this is coming from, because I think we all know instinctively, and we have caught our governments in lying to us on many occasions. It happens globally, not just here where I'm at or where you guys are at. This is normal. But it's just that I kind of think, yes, Derek, that was a great movie with Mel Gibson. But I also think, because Derek C. Williams brought up something that I think we should think about for 5 seconds, guys. You know what it was? He said it's a concept that was invented so that it would discredit people who question authority, and that makes sense. You know, when I was a child growing up, I did very, very well in history right up to university, and I kept saying to people, I was 10, and I was saying, how could Christopher Columbus have discovered the world? The guy was lost, and he went somewhere that was fully populated, that had millions of people living there. He didn't discover crap. He didn't discover nothing. He was just some guy that was lost and happened to have found this place. He didn't discover. Discovery is kind of a stretch, right? So the truth is that I kind of think, I mean, I just got fascinated by this idea. So I do believe that would be a very good way, Derek C. Williams, of discrediting people by saying that they're crazy. You know, like if someone actually sees something, the easiest way to discredit them is to say, "Oh, you can't listen to those people. They're crazy. They're crazy." So that's why I said in the beginning of this that I see how some of these conspiracy theories make a lot of sense. Like, I get it. I completely get why some of them make sense. But for me, these top 5 really they make no sense. A says Area 51, heard a lot about that. Any lives? That's it. Well, you know what? Well, we know, Ace, that, because this is like all in a week I've been studying this stuff. There is an Area 51, and they do have weird stuff happening there. But whether or not the weird stuff is aliens, we don't know. But we do know that it's a government place. My theory, guys, is that they probably build, very advanced weaponry and jets and stuff. And I can see where the army would actually tell people that it's aliens to throw them off. Like, I actually can see that. But I know, Ace, that Area 51 is a real place. I know that weird stuff happens there. Based on everything that I've been reading and all my research, I cannot say it's aliens, but I do believe that they're probably like military grade stuff. They do stuff there. They're building weaponry that they don't want us to know about. New stealth fighters, technology that they don't want us to know about. So there is an Area 51, but my opinion, it's just an opinion because I can't prove it, is that I don't really think it might be aliens. I kind of think they were probably the same ones that told people about aliens to kind of throw us off. I mean, like if we follow what Derek C. Williams is saying, it's highly possible that governments would do that. Like they'd say, you know what, we're testing this jet, and it has stealth capabilities, and it can move faster than 3 times the speed of any other jet. But and someone would say, yeah, but someone might see it and say, just tell them it's aliens. It's aliens. That doesn't mean that there probably aren't aliens, guys. But I'm just saying that's a possibility. I'm just throwing that out there. Derek says, conspiracy theory, a short-lived show hosted by Jesse Ventura. Yeah, showing, you guessed it, conspiracy theories. Derek says, a man by the name of Stephen, is it Pruitt? Has done 3 million edits of Wikipedia. He literally has the power to change history. Yep. But you see, Derek, I'm glad, Derek, it's like you're reading my mind, because that's something I'm about to get into, because we have to understand that history is written by the conquerors. Just like I said earlier, what's his name didn't discover no new world. The man just was lost. He didn't discover crap. You cannot discover something that builds. You cannot. They described the natives in Central and Southern America as if they were wild people. They were not. They were more advanced than Europeans by far. They were building stuff Europeans couldn't build. In fact, their problem was they weren't even really warlike. That's why this happened. So, Derek, you have a point. So the ancient astronaut theory, my primary issue with it is that it implies that human beings are morons and idiots, and we are incapable of doing anything. So somebody had to come down and show us what to do. I can't. No, I'm sorry, guys. I don't believe that one. This is my personal opinion, though. I don't believe that one. I do believe that it's possible that the Earth was seeded from outside of the Earth. So I think that there's merit to that theory, but it's, again, I can't prove it. I'm not a scientist. I'm just talking to you guys from my perspective, and the stuff that I find interesting in this, and hopefully you guys find interesting. And like I said, this is not going to be normal. I was just so blown away by this stuff. I just wanted to talk about it. So I do think, Ace, I know Area 51 is a real place. And I think there are other places like Area 51 across the globe. I think that there are many places where they're testing stuff that we know nothing about as we speak. I really believe this. No one can tell me I'm wrong about that. That one I'm absolutely convinced about, right? Hey, Susie, it's all right. It's no problem. Susie, we're doing something a little different. I just got blown away by all these conspiracy. I know you're hearing the theories that I started to read about like 10 days ago that I knew nothing about. God, I feel so foolish. And I just wanted to explore them with you, my friends and my family, because you guys are so smart. And Derek is helping us out a lot here. Yeah, so that's my primary problem. My other problem is that I'm going to be very direct. Don't take it the wrong way, my friends. I love all of you. You know this. But it is kind of strange to me that the Anunnaki only help people of dark complexion. So I kind of have a problem with that one. Yeah, no. Sorry, guys. Okay, so number 3 on my list. And I know y'all are going to be saying, hey, Peter, what's up? Is one that I know many of us have been hearing about. I realize I've been hearing about this most of my adult life I've been hearing about this, but I never just connected the dots because I just dismissed it. Now, number 3 is the Illuminati. I know you guys have heard about that. You must have heard about this. Now, the concept of the Illuminati, I don't want to get into it. The Illuminati is a real group of individuals. Hold on there. I can't remember the dates. But they started somewhere. I don't know if it's Finland. Hold on there. Let me double check this. I know that it's a real group that kind of, it was like the Masonic Lodge, and I don't know much about them either. I mean, they're a very mysterious group, the Masonic Lodge. But the Illuminati is a real group of individuals, right? In the 17th century, um, but they were into higher learning. You know, their entire idea was about seeking knowledge and being intelligent and being really, really bright and kind of thing. Uh, and they were dissolved because, of course, they were a threat to. Because at that time, the anything that questioned religion or questioned authority was deemed dangerous. It still is now, of course, but I mean, it was really, really bad then, so they were destroyed. I don't think we need to get into that. But the Illuminati was a real group of individuals. So now the new theory is that Illuminati somehow still exists, and they secretly run the world. So like the theory is that this group of people um, are so powerful that for you to become like very, very wealthy and famous, they have to let you into the group. And when you get into the group, apparently you have to sacrifice your eldest child. Um, this is a museum dedicated to the Illuminati. It's in Germany. Adam, yes, it's a founder and he wanted deception surrounding that historic order. Okay, now, so Derek just confirmed. I mean, I have the information here. I just want to get into it. But primarily, this was a real group of individuals who were members of. They were enlightened. They believed in questioning authority, higher learning, comprehension, understanding stuff, and they were repressed and suppressed because, of course, at the time, Europe was very religious based. You could not question Christianity. You could not question anything that seemed to be a threat to the church. The church destroyed it, and the monarchs worked in tandem with the church, meaning the Roman Catholic Church. I'm not saying it's the same now. I can't give you that information, yes or no, but I know historically that's what happened. So, so, so the idea now is that the Illuminati still exists. They weren't destroyed, and now they control the entire Earth. So for you to be successful in anything, so anybody who's truly successful, whether they are a Barack Obama or a Mr. Trump or a Donald Trump or a Beyonce or anybody, Denzel Washington or Meryl Streep, all these people are members apparently of the Illuminati. And yes, yep. So does anyone here believe in the Illuminati? I mean, Alien I believe in. I've seen too much, yes. Yeah, Ace, I've seen some very weird stuff myself, Susan. I'm not sure if I saw aliens, but I know I've seen some stuff that I can't quite explain. So I'm going to reserve my opinion, but I'm going to say that I would not count it out. I would not say it doesn't exist. Like I said, some of these things make sense to me. Vivette says, nope, she doesn't believe that. A says, yes, I totally agree. Anyone believes in the Illuminati? I mean, like, there's nothing wrong because, like I said, this is one of the theories that I can completely understand where it came from. Because, and here's my theory, hear me out. I do believe that there are groups of individuals who are very influential, like the Rothschild from Germany or the Rockefellers, or certainly if you are the president of the most powerful country on earth, you definitely have a lot of power. I do believe that the internet is a cover. The real power is more government in nature. All right. Okay. Now, Derek, that one I've heard. I've been in the entertainment business, and I do not believe that at all. Again, my problem with this theory is human beings, you would have to be able to get human beings to work in unison in a way that is impossible. People are worst artists, worst entertainment people. Trust me. People in entertainment are so ego-driven people. I don't see how you could control them. I mean, I know the record label can control the vis-a-vis. Johnny says, bro, you better start singing again. Y'all don't go off topic. Jesus help them. No, Johnny, this is not normal. What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man? No. What happened is I like in the last 10 days, Johnny, I started to read about all these conspiracy theories that I knew nothing about, like nothing about. And I was so blown away. I was like, what? Where have I been? I felt like I was an idiot. So I just wanted to do this stream just to hang out and just to, talk about this because it was like crazy. So the truth is the Illuminati thing, I get it. I get why people would believe that. Because it kind of makes sense. It's kind of logic. There's a kind of logic to it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can understand why we would believe that there's some group of people somewhere in a hidden building and they control the world. Because in a technical sense, it kind of is true because, like I said, if you are a family like the Rothschild, I think they're worth $400 billion. Or if you are Elon Musk, or if you get that kind of power and that kind of wealth, it means that you can, the guy from Facebook, the people from Google own YouTube. You do accrue a tremendous amount of power. And I do believe that you're going to attempt to exert influence on people based on your power. That I think that's normal. I think that's what human beings would do. If you have a company that's made you $400 billion or $200 billion, you want to maintain your company, so you're going to exert power on the government, right? I believe that you're going to exert power on people around you by signing contracts with them, paying them off. It's business. It's normal, right? Which is kind of freaky. So the Illuminati one, I'm kind of like on the fence with that one. But my only problem with that, all right, is I'm missing a lot of stuff. Okay, so Derek says the entertainment industry is a cover. I can see where you would believe that. I'm not sure I agree with you, but I can completely understand the logic of that statement because it kind of makes sense. Johnny's laughing. Not heard of that one. Asa hasn't heard of that one. The Trilateral Commission, the Council of 300, the Blinderberg Group, these types, entertainers and athletes, not really based off what I've looked into. All right. Lots of actors, powerful people. Vivek says this entertainment industry are into it. All right. Vivek Walker says yes, beautiful. I agree. Derek says a great book, 50 Things You're Not Supposed to Know. Good on the topic of conspiracy theory. But the magnum opus on conspiracy theory is The Unseen Hand. Yes, I'm aware of that one. I just got aware of that one. Johnny, Merry Christmas to you, man. So, Johnny, we're going to be doing a Christmas special this weekend, so just look out. All right, hopefully you'll be, and I hope you're being safe driving on the road, man, in the cold. Yes, that one I know. Behold, Pale Horse by William Cooper. All I'm saying is, I think there's a semi-truth to that, meaning I believe that if you have that much money and that much power and put it over generations and generations like the Rothschilds, etc., you are going to utilize that money to spread your theory, just like how politicians utilize entertainers to reinforce, and I guess in the age of social, what do you call them, social influencers, you'd probably do the same thing. So I kind of think there's a loose kind of possibility, but I don't really believe that there's an organized organization called the Illuminati, and that's what they do. I believe that there are people who are going to exert that their power and their influence to maintain that power, and I completely agree with that. That makes tremendous sense to me, because for instance, if I own Google and I own YouTube, I'm going to find a way to ensure that my beliefs are promoted. You're going home now, Johnny. Be careful. See you, man. It's great to see you in the stream. Cool. So I kind of believe, yes, and this is one of those ones, like I said at the beginning, that there's some that I'm right on the fence. Like I get it, I understand why we believe that. I understand completely. Susie says, my plan is to live my life not in ego and not to follow what I don't agree with. I'm happy not going down the rabbit hole. So, so Susie, we're kind of on the same page. I get it. I can see why people would believe there's an actual physical thing called an Illuminati. Like I said, there actually was an Illuminati. I don't know if I believe that there's an Illuminati in the sense that there's a group of guys or women and people that are sitting down in a room somewhere dictating life. But I do believe that there are many human beings who are going to do everything they can to create a world that they want. And if they have enough money and they have enough power, if I'm worth $400 billion and I have everybody has an agenda. We all do. All of us here in the stream, everybody around us, we know has an agenda, whether or not we're aware of it. I'm going to try and spend that money to reinforce my own agenda and to make my life better and to make the lives of my children better. So I can that, like I said, the Illuminati one is one of those ones that I get it. I understand logically why people think that there's a group of people in a room somewhere, because technically there is a group of people in a room telling us what to do or trying to do anyway. I get that one. Like I genuinely get it. Because whereas I do not believe that there's actually a physical group called the Illuminati, I believe that there are groups of individuals who are using their power to influence us in television, radio, music, pushing their own agenda for whatever reason and trying to reinforce their world. So I actually believe in that one, but I cannot say I believe in the physical organization called the Illuminati as it is now. I believe that there are groups of individuals, depending on where you are in the world, who are using their power and their money to influence others so that they can create the world they want. That's my theory. Yes, I see, but there's a reason it's called a theory. Exactly, Susie. The Bohemian Grove retreat in North, yes, is visited by the powerful. I know about that one. I read about it. Of the powerful, besides the Skull and Bones one, that I think the Bushes were members of. Like I said, I really agree, Derek, that there are definitely because I think that's normal. I think people, once they accrue power, they want to maintain that power, and they're going to use their money and their power to push their own personal agenda, whatever that agenda may be. Whether it's good or bad or indifferent, it's going to be their agenda. So this one I'm on the fence with, in the sense that I believe that yes, there are groups of individuals, depending on where you are in the world, who, and yes, I believe sometimes some of these people come together to work out their agenda, but I don't think it's really called the Illuminati. That's just what I'm saying. So I kind of think, I'm like, I agree, but I don't believe in the name. That's basically it. But yes, Derek, I agree that is that a conspiracy theory? It depends on who you talk to and what you believe. But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the only aspect of it to me that's a theory is the concept that is the Illuminati from way back when, and I don't believe it is. But I do believe unequivocally, because I know everybody around me that does it. Everybody, all of us do it. Whether we if you have children, we try to influence our children to see the world a particular way. If you have $400 billion and you've been around for thousands of years as a family, you are going to have family agendas that you want to push, and you want to maintain your power. So you are definitely going to utilize that power. One of my only problems with this theory, however, which I think is wrong, is that every artist or performer of color who gets huge has to be a member of the Illuminati. I completely disagree with that. I kind of think there's a kind of prejudice in that statement. I don't agree with that part of it, but I do believe that and I don't think this is not a theory, by the way, Derek. It's actually truth. Governments do it, presidents do it, kings do it, queens do it. Anyone who has the capacity, an artist does it. I think anyone who can influence other people, they are definitely, unequivocally, in my mind, they're going to consciously or unconsciously try to get you to follow their agenda. So I agree with that one completely. So I don't know if it's really the craziest. Like I said, I'm putting stuff on this thread for us to just talk. Uh, Susie said, "True to all music has influence, and so do people." Yes, I agree with you, Susie, completely, completely. Ace says, "Derek C. Williams, does it mean that?" So I mean, I guess Derek is asking a very valid question. He's really saying, is it really a theory if it actually happens? It happens, but I don't believe it's a group of guys called the Illuminati. I just believe that this is something human beings have always done. If you have power and influence, you're going to use it consciously or unconsciously. And I think if you have $400 million, you're going to be using it consciously. $400 billion. I keep saying million, $1 billion. You are definitely going to be using it. So kudos to that. I get it. I see, like I said, this is one of the conspiracy theories that I can completely get. I get it. I have problems with aspects of it because I don't see why is it that everybody of color who gets popular has to have been a member of the conspiracy, of the Illuminati. I mean, like what are you saying? Beyonce and Jay-Z couldn't have worked their asses off to get to where they got to. I'm sorry, I have a problem with that. So I do also believe that and there's another aspect to that part of the Illuminati thing, which is jealousy. People work their ass off and they get somewhere, and we can't explain their success, so it's the Illuminati. So that's my personal thing. I have no proof. I'm just talking. We're all just holding a reading. I'm missing some of the thread. Ace says, Illuminati, please, Susie, thank you. Susie says, Ace, Google those two names and it will probably be explained much better. Point made, Mr. Lloyd, conspiracy. When two or more persons working in secret open to push an agenda. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree to Ace. Sorry, Derek, my brother. I agree. Like I said, my only issue with this is I have two, and it's personal. Why is it that every artist of color who gets big has to be the Illuminati? I have a problem with that. Susie says, stream going too fast. It is? Well, Susie, I don't read, I don't read fast enough ever. I never read fast enough in these things. But Derek, I'm so happy you're here in the stream, man. Like I said, guys, this won't be normal, but I was just so blown away by these ideas. Like when you, like a new kid, like just a new child, I was like, what is this stuff? Who believes these things? So, I mean, I think, yes, Ace, the New World Order, money Freemason. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it makes sense because, and therefore, if we are to follow the logic, it probably isn't a conspiracy. It probably is true. I just don't believe there's an Illuminati. Okay? Susie says no, Peter. Okay, what are you saying no for, Susie? I meant to explain it to A. I mean, you mean the Illuminati? Well, I mean, Ace, the Illuminati is a group of people. Oh, for you. Oh. I guess the fundamental idea is that for hundreds of years, a group of white people from Europe accrued power and started to influence the entire world, and they have an agenda. We don't know what the agenda is. Some say it's the New World Order, but I don't know what they're waiting on because it's been like 400 years, so I'm not quite sure what exactly they're waiting on. And as a result of this, everything that happens that we can't understand, it's the Illuminati. And if an artist gets really big overnight, it's the Illuminati. Anything we can't explain is Illuminati. That's my problem with the Illuminati theory. I don't agree with that aspect of it. I don't believe any group of individuals can ever have that kind of power because human beings by nature are rebellious creatures. So I don't believe that. But I do believe unequivocally that everybody has an agenda, and if you have enough money and enough power, you're going to use your influence to push your agenda. And your agenda may be positive, would be positive for you unless you're insane, and it may be negative for other people. So what I'm saying to Derek C. Williams is, it's not really then a theory, it's actually a fact. I just don't believe it's the Illuminati. You know, we're giving it a name and a face. And I don't believe that every artist who gets big is because of the Illuminati. I mean, some people just work their ass off and they get there. However, there are also situations where, you know, they say, I mean, I guess if I was best friends with the guy who owns Sony, I'd be signed, and if you know, he'd be pushing me like crazy. So Derek is completely correct. So the truth is, it's not a theory; it's a fact. I just don't believe that there's like a group of guys somewhere, you know, called the Illuminati. But we're all going to utilize our power. Number two, Ace. Number two is, I mean, again, this is one of those things that I completely understand. Tony says, Blacklight, Sid just found a TV show called Ancient. Yes. Yep. That's the ancient astronaut theory, Tony. Ancient astronaut theory. Like I said, I've been learning a lot in the last 10 days. Now, there's another one now, number 2 on my list, is mystical animals. You know, like the Loch Ness monster, or the abominable snowman, or what they call this other guy, Sasquatch, Bigfoot. This one is interesting to me because Ace, you see, it's just the energy that we're sending out to the universe. That's what it is. Now listen, guys, this is not going to be a normal thing because, you know, we don't normally do this, but this just blew my mind so much. Sasquatch, right? Now, I don't know what you guys think about this because I'm conflicted about this one. Vivid says, not every successful person is involved in it. Many persons working really hard on their success. Yes, Vivid, I think so. But I also do think, to go back to the Illuminati thing, Vivet, that, as I said, I mean, there are people who are going to utilize their... Hold on, guys. No move. Yeah, there are people who are going to utilize... Hold on there. They're going to use their contacts. So, you know, I get it, Vivet. I mean, there's some people going to use it. And I'd have a problem with them doing that, to be honest with you. Now, Derek is brought up the Loch Ness monster. Now, this is me number 2. Number 2, of course, are these mystical animals, like dragons. Now, I don't know if you noticed, the Bible mentions dragons. Literally writes about dragons. Now, the dragons, people talk about Sasquatch, Bigfoot, the Loch Ness monster, Chupacabra. God, I'm terrible at this. Chupacabra or something like that. There's one of this thing that looks like a big Mothman. I don't know if you guys have heard about Mothman. There's so many of these things, right? I knew about the Loch Ness monster as a child, and the truth is, I wanted to believe that the Loch Ness monster was real. I mean, like, it's a cool idea, and I'm saying, like, you know, Derek says, always fascinated by the Loch Ness monster and planes and ships lost. Yeah, I'm going to get into that too because that's a part of this, the mystical part of stuff, you know. But the thing, though, Derek C. Williams, according to scientists, right? The vanishings in the Bermuda Triangle is no more than in any other area in the ocean, which kind of disappoints. I mean, listen, this thing is, I think as human beings, we want to believe in the mystical, right? Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't believe that everything around me is just physical. I believe that there is the spiritual. I think that there's other realms. And scientists now believe that there are other parallel universes. There's some scientists who believe this, other dimensions kind of thing. So I've always been fascinated by those conspiracy theories. But my only issue with, like, the mystical animals is that With modern technology, people, now think about what I'm saying to you, with Google Earth and all these things, we would have seen the Loch Ness by now. Like, come on, man. There's no way. We would have definitely seen the Loch Ness. We're going to get into that one, Ace, about the Matrix. We would have seen the Loch Ness by now. We would have seen Bigfoot by now. Come on. I mean, there's no way Bigfoot could have, it could be so well hidden. Derek says, if you remember, a plane vanished off the face of the earth in Asia about 10 years ago. Yeah, I remember that. That was, but they found debris, they found some debris, I think, in the Caribbean. No, not the Caribbean. I know the Asian flight you're talking about. There are so many theories about that. I felt terrible about that for those people, though. That was, Derek, man, that was terrible. That was terrible. There were children on that. There were babies on that. There was, anyway. But the thing now about like the Loch Ness and stuff, my only issue with this now is, first of all, people, let me tell you something. I still want to believe in the Loch Ness monster. I still want to believe in dragons. Y'all know I'm a big kid. I'm a big child. I don't care. I'm not. I don't care what y'all think. But the truth is, logically, someone would have taken up. We would have seen, like, instead of a blurry picture of some faraway thing, we would have actually seen these things up. No, just like how. But then here's the other thing. There are other creatures that we've heard about that turned out to be true, right? Simple example. Susie said, it's for talking around the campfire to scare each other when you're kids. Yes, that is so true. But here's the other thing to know, Susie and Derek and Ace, Joe, everyone else. Listen. You know, you remember hearing about the Kraken? Anybody knows about Greek and Roman, mythology? The Kraken is supposed to be, like a huge monster with many tentacles that would pull ships down into the ocean. And for many, many years, they said, come on, there's no animal big enough to pull a ship down into the ocean. And then they found the giant octopus, who can grow up to 80 feet, and they believe longer, who are so strong that they probably could pull down a small boat. So it turns out that when they saw that, like, because remember that they actually thought that the Kraken, because the Kraken is really just like a giant octopus. Yeah, Derek. Yeah. But they realized that the sailors were seeing giant octopus. Just imagine 200 years ago, 300 years ago, you're on a boat that's powered by the wind coming across the Atlantic, and you see an octopus that is 3 times the length of that boat. So what I'm saying is, this is another one of those that I'm kind of like on the fence with. Light ran out, guys. This is another one of those that I'm on the fence with, right? Because if they found a giant octopus that they realized was the Kraken, that's what people were talking about, then it also means that maybe there could be a Loch Ness kind of thing down there, but we just don't know what it is, or maybe it's not there anymore, but maybe hundreds of years ago or 90 years ago, there was something there that people couldn't explain. It could have been a giant snake. It could have been something else. So what I'm saying is, that's one of those things that I'm kind of on the fence about, because if the Kraken turned out to be a giant octopus, which it really was, because what they were describing was a giant octopus. It's just that we didn't think any octopus could grow to 60, 80, sometimes 120 feet. Like, no one would believe it. Like, come on, that's impossible, right? So there's a possibility that some of these creatures are real, but maybe not in the form that we think they are. You get what I'm trying to say to you? Like, maybe Bigfoot is like a North American ape that used to exist, and people remembered it from hundreds of years ago, that it came down in family history. So now people because the parents told him about. They're like, okay, in Jamaica, let me tell you something, guys. In Jamaica, we have a thing called, I want you to listen to me, it's called rolling calf. You heard what I just said? Rolling calf. Now, any Jamaican in the stream will know what I'm talking about. Every child in Jamaica grew up hearing about rolling calf at least 20, 30 years ago. Now, this was supposed to be a spiritual creature that was really like a huge bull, but it wasn't a bull. And it sounded like a train. Don't ask me where it, I have no idea why it would need to sound like a train, but it was a frightening mythical creature that Jamaican children are terrified of. In fact, I'm going to be doing something on Christmas. Vivek laughing, but Vivek, you know what I'm talking about. So this thing, what I found out is that parents would tell their children who lived in the rural areas of Jamaica to keep them behaved. They would say, you know, don't go outside in the night because the rolling calf is going to get you. So it could be that there were actual animals, because for me, right, this conspiracy theory now, they found a kraken, which was really a giant octopus, all bets were off. It meant that maybe there was something kind of like a dragon, or there's something kind of like a dragon that we don't know about. It could be those really big, the Komodo dragons that people saw, because the tongue is kind of red and it flickers. So if you're seeing that from afar off, you think it's fire coming out of the mouth. You get what I'm trying to say to you? And it was also acidic. So just like a theory, guys, just a theory. All right. So for that one, I'm on the fence. I kind of believe that it is possible, right, that some of those things are real and misunderstood. And no, rolling calf aren't real. That's not real. rolling calf is not real, people. That's not a real thing. It's not real. Not real. But most Jamaican families will tell you about rolling calf. They will tell you about a rolling. Ask Joy. She'll tell you. They laugh because you know what I'm talking about. They will tell you about rolling calf. That's a thing in Jamaica here to scare the crap out of your children. Plus, Susie said it. It's a good way to keep. And that, of course, falls on the like the other theories. You know, like that falls on the other theories. People like you know, like angels. You know, all these other things that we believe, because it's important to us. They were made up by our parents. Yeah, Susie, they were made up by our parents. I think most of those things, like rolling calf, and those things were made up by our parents to keep us in line. So that's my belief on that one. All right. So now we're getting around to number one. Now this one is really complex. I don't even know how to start this one because, like I said, we started with the flat earth theory that I just think is bonkers. And since it says too much LSD in the 60s. Yes. Way too much LSD in the 60s. I agree with you completely. Listen to me, people. So the first one was flat earth, which I just think is bonkers. I'm sorry, guys. That one I cannot go with you with that one. Then the ancient alien, which I think there's a 5% chance that there's some truth to it, like a 5% chance, 5 to 10%. Then the Illuminati that I explained, that I think there's something similar to that, but it's not really the Illuminati. It's not like one group of people doing this stuff. And then there's these mystical creatures, you know, and when I said, I'm talking about not just creatures, but like Derek brought it up, like you know, like the Bermuda Triangle, all these things that we kind of believe that, and we seem to have proof, but then we don't really have proof, because like I said to Derek, the science is that there are no more ships sink in the Bermuda Triangle than any other place. There's nothing, you know, it's not like outrageous and crazy. So it's just that we have superimposed. And like myself and Susie clearly believe, we think that some of this stuff our parents made up to keep us in line, right? You know, yeah. Yes, the Peter Pan syndrome. I don't want to grow up either. I don't care what y'all say. being a kid is being a child is a beautiful thing. Come on, people, it's a beautiful thing. And then finally, like I said with the last theory, there are animals that exist that we don't know about yet. I don't think we've come across everything on Earth. Certainly not in the oceans. So if you could find an octopus that grew to that length, come on, people, it's highly probable that. Come on, it's highly probable. Come on, guys, highly probable. Now the final one is, well, this one's gonna light up the screen, right? It's COVID. People, I don't know if you know how many theories there are about COVID. It's insane. There are so many theories about COVID that I was confused. There are so many theories. Like I think the craziest one I heard about COVID, the one that just I'm like, why? Is that I don't know if you guys have heard this one, but they believe that Bill Gates, I'm not quite sure what Bill Gates did to all these people. I'm sorry, guys, I don't mean it. Hold on, I see Vivian talking about Susie talking about mermaids. Yeah, but you know what? They think that mermaids were actually what do we call it again? We have them in the Caribbean. They look like seal, but they're not seal. Derek, what's that? What's that marine animal that looks like a seal? Oh my God, manatee. They believe they were manatees because they believe that at the time most of the sailors had terrible eyesight. Obviously, they didn't have glasses and those things. They didn't take care of their eyes, etc. They didn't eat particularly well, so they believe that what they saw on the rocks far away, if you look at the manatee and your eyesight's terrible, you're going to think you're looking at a human being. Roxine, what's up, Roxine? How you doing, Roxine? We are discussing some interesting stuff. Like, this is a very different stream from any I've ever done. We're discussing top 5 craziest conspiracy theories. And we're at conspiracy theory number 1. How you doing, beautiful? By the way, people, Roxine just became, how would I explain this to our friends, Roxine? Yes, the manatee. How would I explain this? I don't know how to explain this. Okay, but she just got a big honor bestowed upon her by the Jamaican government. So she's now representing us as Jamaicans. So I don't know how to explain it, but just congrats to Roxine. She's doing phenomenal like she always does. Beautiful self. Yes. Yeah, you just became a JP, but I don't know how to explain this to the stream. All right, so the last one, people, before we go, is COVID. I didn't know that there were so many insane COVID conspiracies. Like, come on, people, some of these conspiracies make no sense. Like, some of them make sense, but some of them are just like, okay, first question I need to ask is, what's the problem people have with poor Bill Gates? What did Bill Gates do to all these people? Because the first one I read was that Bill Gates had a plan with the world governments to kill poor people. I was like, what? Huh? Why would Bill Gates do that? The more poor people, the more money Bill Gates makes. Isn't it? I didn't get that one at all. Then I heard that Bill Gates had combined with what's his name again? I never remember this gentleman's name, and he should be respected. He's the president. Oh my gosh. President Trump. That Bill Gates and President Trump came together to kill black people. I was like, what? All right. My thing though is that what did Bill Gates do to all these people, and why Bill Gates? Like, what did Bill Gates do? Like, I'm just trying to understand. Could it have been Mark Zuckerberg or somebody else? Like, what did Bill Gates do? So someone said to me that Bill Gates publicly said that he wanted to cut the world population. And I'm like, yeah, but everybody wants it. There are almost 8 billion people on Earth. Earth can't feed 8 billion people. We're going to eventually have some kind of problem. So we're going to have to do something to produce more. And I went and I did some research on this thing, and Bill Gates never told anyone he wanted to kill the people on Earth. And I'm like, what did poor Bill Gates do? Like, Bill Gates, man, I feel sorry for you. I don't know if Bill Gates is aware of all these crazy conspiracies about him so the thing is, Bill Gates and apparently world governments created the COVID thing and left it, I don't know, from 10 years ago. And the plan, and I'm like, what? This makes no sense. Confirmed in November, Bill Gates and the Foundation, along with John Hopkins, did a computer simulation event called Event 201. Read about it. But at no point did look, Derek, no one wants to get rid of poor people. We want to, but we don't want to. Put it this way. No major corporation on Earth can make money without the poor. It is illogical. The grunt work, and I hate to use that term, but it's the truth, is done by the poor. No one wants to get rid of poor people. And that's our problem. That's why we still have poor people. Because we could actually get rid of poor people. Oh no, I know the whole thing. I'm just saying, I'm not talking about the coronavirus thing yet. I'm talking about this thing about Bill Gates killing poor people. I'm like, no major corporation would do that. It goes against everything that a major corporation needs to generate income. It's a crazy theory. It makes no sense. The coronavirus thing, now remember this. We have been having and we've been having viruses. And this is the thing that I don't understand about us. We have been having viruses for thousands of years. There is actual, remember, my thing is theory, is history, right? That's my thing. I can prove everything I'm saying easily. We had ancient Rome 2,000 years, 2,000 years ago, had a virus that almost wiped them out. I mean, the Spanish flu wasn't the first one, people. That's been every 100 to 200 years, we get a virus. This is normal. There's nothing abnormal about this. Unless, and I don't think anyone created the virus of 2,000 years ago. I don't think anyone created the Spanish flu virus. They certainly didn't have the technology to do that then. And my problem with this theory about someone creating this virus is, why though? Why? No one has gained from this. No one that I know of. Like, I can't. All right, Amazon. That's about it. This virus shut down the entire globe for 4 months. This destroyed millions of people. It destroyed huge corporations. I mean, like, no one gained from this. And if I had a virus, and my plan was to use the vaccine, it's a lot of crazy stuff. So I'm sorry, guys, I'm just talking honestly. The vaccine, apparently now, they're going to use the vaccine to inject the 666. I have no clue what that means. That is nonsensical. They're going to use the vaccine to control us. People, they pretty much already control us. Anything you do on your phone, they know. If you look on your phone at pantyhose, you're going to see 50 pantyhose ads in the next 10 minutes. They pretty much know everything we do. They don't need a vaccine to do that. And then there's a small thing that everybody keeps forgetting. We all have at least 9 vaccines in us already. All of us. Every single one of us. Do you know where this vaccine thing comes from? I'm going to tell you where this vaccine comes from. There is this Hollywood actress. She did Playboy. She was a Playboy bunny, and then she became can't remember her name, and then she became a comedian. Playboy bunny, Caucasian girl who became a comedian, and she had a child, and the child had autism, and she decided that it was the injection that gave her son autism. Nonsensical. Scientifically, they've known this for years. long before this that autism is a direct result of two very basic things: the doctors messing up at birth and genetics. So she needed to blame someone, so that's where that came in. And by the way, I'm going to tell you something. Y'all go do your research. With the polio vaccine, people came up with these same crazy theories. You know, that they're trying to kill us. They're trying to. This is nothing new. This is the thing that blew my mind. That the polio vaccine, it was the same thing. World leaders had to publicly take the thing because people said, we're not taking it. They're trying to control us. They already control you. We're here fighting for our freedom. So, I mean, Derek says lots of conflicting stories on this virus. I agree, Derek, but there are going to be conflicting stories on something you just learning about. When AIDS came along, there were many conflicting stories about AIDS that proved to be inaccurate. When the Spanish flu, when the polio virus came along, the same thing happened. Someone said to me, how could they have built the vaccine in just 9 months? I said, because people, we were able to. Do you realize that we're talking like this? You realize what we've done in the last 40 years, human beings have accomplished? We are way more advanced now. It took 5 years to build a polio vaccine. It took 9 months to build this. We just advanced. I get it. We're terrified because we don't know what the heck this is. But I'm trying to tell you that the people when the Spanish flu hit, people were just as terrified. And by the way, that killed the healthy people. It killed Triple Deuce. What's going on, man? Triple Deuce, we're doing something we've never done before. We're all just hanging out as a family and we're discussing theories, conspiracy theories. That's what we're doing. But Derek, I get why people would be suspicious because, and that's why I said at the beginning of this process, people are suspicious because governments worldwide have done crazy, deceptive crap. And that's why we are going to be suspicious. And I'm going to say this again. You should be suspicious if someone's going to stick something in you. But I don't think anybody needs to control us because they pretty much control us. I mean, many of us don't think independently anymore. We believe our politicians, for what reason I don't know. I mean, I've never understood that. A politician is just another person, just like you, just as dumb as you are, just as bright as you are. You don't know their past. We don't know nothing about them. And they work for you. You don't work for them. So I think, and this is just my opinion, my family. I mean, I may be completely incorrect here, but I think that we should wait a little bit. That's common sense, because there's probably going to be some negative reaction to some of this vaccine. There's been to every vaccine ever in history. That's normal. But I'm just saying that someone created the coronavirus so that they can give us a vaccine to control the world is the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life, because it makes no sense. They already control us. I don't know about you guys, but I've accidentally just browsed stuff in my phone, and for the next week, that's all I'm seeing. So, hold on here, I'm missing some of there's as a medical worker, I definitely pause. Vaccines take a minimum of a decade before coming to market. Derek, I concur. However, we didn't know that we'd be driving at 120 miles an hour, Derek. We didn't know that we would have planes that go faster than the speed of sound. We didn't know. What I'm saying is, Derek, just like our technology has improved, I believe and by the way, you know, Derek, that human beings are at their best when they're at their worst. We are at our best when we're at our worst. Ace, the bird flu was 20 years ago. There's a whole lot of stuff that have changed. So I'm not saying that we should not pause, because we should. It's something that's being injected in you. So we should be careful. But I'm saying, in other words, I'm saying the skepticism about the vaccine, I kind of get it. It makes sense. But the idea that someone created the coronavirus, and this is the theory that I just think is bonkers. Someone created the coronavirus so that they could give us a vaccine to control us. They don't need to do that. They can track everything we do. They can turn on this laptop anytime they want to. They can turn on your tablet anytime they want to. They can use your camera even if your phone is off. So they don't need to do none of that. I don't have a problem with the other part of it, like, okay, be careful about the vaccine and stuff. I think that is common sense. Wait and see is probably the best attitude. That's what I think. I agree with that 100%, my brothers and sisters. But the idea that China created this, or Mr. Trump created this, or I don't believe that. I think nature gave us a swift kick up the you-know-what. And we did not expect this. We didn't see it coming. And that's where all these theories are coming from. I do agree, however, that we should be a little bit cautious. Keep wearing the mask, do what we need to do, and just wait and see. I get it. I mean, if I don't know what y'all, but if I see that people taking this stuff and it's working, ain't nobody dropping dead, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to lie to you. When I was younger, I didn't have a choice, however. Plus, between you and me, guys, I don't think we're gonna have much of a choice in the long run anyway. But what I'm really questioning is not the vaccine issue. What my brother Derek C. Williams is saying, I get it. He has a very valid point. Wait and see. My problem is the crazy theory about someone made this, put it in the lab, and then, by the way, normally if you create something like this, if you create a what do you call it, a weapon, based on viruses, etc., you always have a cure. Nobody creates a weapon without the cure. Nobody in history, because there are weapons that are used like that. So you're always going to have a cure, unless you're just insane. But I'm saying the theory that I find insane is the one about Vermin. What's up, man? Vermin says we did see it coming. We put too much crap in our bodies to stay healthy forever. We could get into that one, bro. But you're kind of right about that too. In the sense that, I mean, like I said, what my study in history is that literally every 100 to 200 years, a virus hits us. And this has been happening for thousands of years, not yesterday. Twinkies count, Vermont. Twinkies count. Mr. Lloyd, if you get time, you may be interested to gain a functional technology regarding America. We have no, Derek, I know we do that. There's no question. I'm saying that I know governments use that. It's kind of obvious. We've used it in war. We've used it in non-war time. There are governments right now who are killing their enemies by injecting them with stuff. We know this is absolutely true. So Derek, you don't need to convince me about that one. I know that's true. My problem is none of those other things. My question now is the idea that some guy created this in the lab so that they would give us an injection to control us is bonkers. Because they already control us. They already have so much power over us. It's terrifying. Like I said, they can, if I turn my phone off, they can turn my camera on and watch me at will. So yeah, to me, that's far more terrifying than making up some theoretical thing. And I agree with you, Derek. I agree with you, my brothers and sisters. Like everybody else, I'm going to watch and see what's happening with the vaccine. And, hopefully it works for all of us. If it works, I'm going to take it. But I'm going to be hesitant like everybody else. So that part, I have no problem with. I'm just saying that some of these theories are comical. Like, to me, some of them make no sense. Now, I'm going to say this again. I am not disrespecting people who believe these things. Right? I am not. I don't get it. Like, I do not believe the earth is flat. I think that's crazy. But if you really want to believe the earth is flat, big up to you. I do not believe Bill Gates is in a conspiracy to kill poor people because it makes no sense. It's illogical. Any major corporation needs poor people. In fact, if they didn't meet poor people, they could have made all of us not poor. There's enough money in the world to get rid of poverty. Literally, just go. So clearly it's here because somebody needs it here, wants it here. Tham's World, what's up? Tham's World, we're doing something very different today. Tham's World, I just started discovering all these crazy conspiracy theories. And I just made a list of the top 5, and I wanted to come on here. We just talk about it. And I'm really lucky because I have Vermont here. I have Derek C. Williams here, and Derek is really knowledgeable about a lot of this stuff. He's teaching me a lot of stuff. And Vermont believes the answer to everything is Twinkies. How are you, Tham's World? How is your little girl? How is everything? I know it's been a while. I've been going. I went through a lot of stuff, but I'm kind of coming around to normalcy. Saying I'm coming back. I'm going to be live tomorrow. I'm definitely. I want to be live. I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow without a doubt. Just so you guys watch out. And on Tuesday, I have my next 876 top 5 vlog dropping and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think I want to do a live stream where I tell you about the top 5 things that Jamaica does for Christmas, because we do some pretty different stuff here for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no snow here. We don't have no snow. Derek says vaccine hesitancy, a phrase that is automatic with black people. Yep. But Derek, there's a reason why black people are hesitant, and you and I know why. We have had some terrible stuff happen to us. That's a fact. So I see no problems with that. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm good at that. I get it, bro. I won't even question that one because it's kind of obvious. But so I have this. So I have an 876 top 5 series on this channel. Please, guys, go watch them. I think you'll like them a lot. We're building them out, we're making some changes, but people seem to be liking them. I'm trying to educate you all about Jamaica in different ways and different things that I'm pretty sure you know nothing about, or you know very little about. So go check them out. Go stream my music, people. Go stream my music. Brother's gotta get paid. Gotta feed my family too. And you know what? I'm really sorry that I have not been coming to a lot of streams like I was doing before, but I went through a really bad time, and you guys were here for me. But I'm kind of coming around. I was able to catch Vermont Paid a couple of days straight. I know Whitefoot vlog. I'm gonna try and catch Triple Deuce, several of you, and I'm gonna be checking out Derek C and many of you guys again. So I'm feeling good. I'm getting back to me. If you guys, it's an interesting series. I like them. Thanks. And I might do this again. Let me guys. Let you guys feel free to let me know if this was okay for you, kind of stuff. But I had to talk about some of this stuff because I was that the flat Earth thing. I'm sorry, people. That one really blew me away because I never knew anyone could believe the Earth was flat. That just blew me away. Big up to those people. I love you guys. Love you. If you believe in the earth being flat, man, that's all good because I think you're awesome, but it's just not my thing. And like I said, people follow the protocol. Please wear masks. Please stay safe. You all know that I've lost people to COVID. And I love you guys. You guys are amazing. And I want to make sure you are healthy. And I'm really happy you decided to come hang out with me. Tuesday, 8 o'clock, we do the 876 vlog, and we're going to be doing some more lives, like this, just some pop-up lives, so just look out for them. Vernon says, Black Cat Records, have you ever listened to Tham's daughter sing? Yes, she does have an amazing voice. She actually does have a beautiful voice. I have. But like I said, it's like I just dropped off like about a month or so out, guys. So I'm really happy that you all came and hung out with me. Hold on. Yeah, I'm very, very happy that you guys did. I hope you enjoyed this top 5. I think I'm going to do some more of these. They're different. And Derek, thank you so very much, man. You gave us so much information. You remind me of Vermont. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys are so on the money, on the ball, you know. If you guys like this, let me know. I'll do a couple more, we can just discuss top five, all kinds of top five stuff. Uh, Definitely, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. Just look out. I'll let you know what we're going to be doing. And, we're doing smooth sailing Sundays. And we have a Christmas treat coming up. We have Christmas stuff coming up. So, yeah, I had fun. I hope you guys had fun too. You know what I'm saying? Derek, thank you so very much, man. You are, whoa, back in the day, you're like I don't, nobody knows this anymore. They don't use it. And Encyclopedia Britannica. Remember that? You have so much stuff, man. Vermont, Vermont, Vermont is like that, right? Vermont's the same thing, but Vermont is having Twinkies again, so it's killing his brain cells. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. All right, so please, guys, go support me. Go check out my vlogs. Go stream my music. It's all good. I had fun with you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Thank you so very much. Top five craziest conspiracy theories: flat Earth, ancient aliens, Illuminati, mystical creatures, and the Bermuda Triangle, and of course, number one, Bill Gates and COVID. Okay, guys, take care. I'll see you guys soon. All right, big up yourself. I love you all. Thanks, guys. This is cool. I had fun. Thanks, guys. This is cool. I had fun.